Welcome to the MyCrypto Guru course, Introduction to Bitcoin and Blockchain Technology. We worked very hard to put together the single most trustworthy source of information. Our motto at MyCrypto Guru is no bullshit, and I think when you get done with these videos, you'll see what we're talking about. Now, I know you probably want to skip this, and you want to get straight to the exciting world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but let's slow down a bit, make sure we lay a good foundation. I promise this won't suck as much as you think it's going to. It's a short one anyway, and at the bottom of each video, you'll see a glossary link. It gives you a quick intro to the terms we discuss in every video. Please open that now, read over them, and get a working knowledge of what we're going to cover. Now, on to the actual first video for MyCrypto Guru, Cryptocurrencies, the beginning. One of the first things I always hear when I talk about Bitcoin is, it's not real, it's not currency, it can't be, it's not backed by the government. As if all those things had to be true for a currency to be a currency. So if those things don't matter, then what does make a good currency? Well, for one, it has to be generally accepted. It's kind of obvious, I think, isn't it? The currency must be accepted by people in order to be a currency. Number two, it has to be divisible, easily divisible. The currency must be made in a way where it is easy to divide for purchases smaller than a whole unit of the currency, i.e., if you divide the currency in half, each should be worth 50% of the whole. This is why we tend to not use vehicles, jewelry, even gold and silver as a currency. It's not easy to divide. And it's not easy to go, okay, well, I want a dozen eggs. Well, that doesn't really translate to a Chevy. So, number two, it needs to be divisible. Number three, a currency should be somewhat stable or consistent. While economists will argue whether a constant value currency is good or even possible, having a somewhat stable currency is preferred. You can't have wild fluctuations. You can't have a loaf of bread that's $1 on Monday and $8 on Tuesday. It's not a currency that people are going to use. I know what you're already thinking. Bitcoin's got some fluctuations, but just bear with me for a bit. We're going to go over that. Number four, it must be transportable. It's easy to move from one location to the other. We don't use blocks of lead for currency because no one's carrying around 40 pounds to get a gallon of milk. And the fifth characteristic of a good currency is scarcity and integrity. They kind of work hand in hand. So a good currency needs to be in somewhat fixed supply. Obviously, in the United States, we have a little bit of inflation. We print a little bit more money every year, but in general, somewhat fixed supply. And, which is your scarcity, and not easy to duplicate or copy. And there's your integrity. If a currency is easy to duplicate, counterfeits will emerge. And the user of said currency can't trust the currency they're receiving. And therefore the currency dies off and it's not a good currency. So remember, currency replaces tangible goods. It's a quick medium of exchange for tangible goods between people who don't want to trade a goat for a dozen eggs, okay? So in order to do that, it must accurately reflect or represent the goods and services it's exchanging for barter. So having gone over all this, how does Bitcoin compare? Number one, well, generally accepted. Let's talk about that. Bitcoin is becoming more and more widely accepted, primarily by vendors on the internet. However, Tokyo, as of November 25th, 2017, has over 4,500 merchants just in Tokyo that accept it at the actual point of sale. So Bitcoin's acceptance is on the rapid rise. Is it generally accepted right now? I think one could argue probably not, but it's getting there. Divisible. I can send you 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. Fractions of a fraction of a fraction of a penny of a US dollar. Bitcoins are currently the most divisible currency on the planet. Stable, consistent. Well, okay. Bitcoin prices are currently pretty volatile, which is why I personally view Bitcoin as an investment and not a currency. However, I do believe that's going to change. It can be used as a currency, but until it becomes large enough market cap-wise to only have small fluctuations in daily price, I personally don't view it as an actual currency. Number four, transportable. Bitcoins can be transported on your cell phone or any other device that holds Bitcoins extremely easily. I can have $1 billion worth of Bitcoins in my pocket and it would take up no more space than the cell phone I have there now. Your wallet seed can be memorized in lieu of any kind of cell phone, and you can rebuild your coins wherever you happen to be standing. They can also be sent anywhere in the world in seconds and confirmed within a couple of hours. Transportability is nothing to worry about with Bitcoins. So number 5, Bitcoin, scarcity, and integrity. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. Now, for those of you in the know, I understand it's a fraction below that. For our purposes, we're going to say 21 million. So just do me a favor and don't send me a bunch of emails. Now, the 21 million is hard-coded into the Bitcoin protocol. This number can't be changed without changing the program on every computer, every server, and every cell phone that uses Bitcoin. So one could effectively say that Bitcoin scarcity is locked in. As far as integrity, which now we're referring to counterfeit coins, every transaction that is sent to the network is verified by thousands of miners. At any given moment, 7 to 8% of the transactions hitting the network are counterfeit. They're attempts by someone with a hacked wallet to spend coins they don't actually have in their account. Since Bitcoin started, not a single coin, counterfeit coin, has ever gotten through. Period. Bitcoin's integrity and ability to stop counterfeit transactions is absolutely unmatched by any governmental currency. Now that we've gone over what constitutes a good currency and how Bitcoin can fit in based on some metrics and not quite by others, log into your account at MyCrypto Guru and ask your questions. I know this is a lot to take in, but we are here to help. In the next video, you're going to find out how the blockchain system works. This is the technology that runs all cryptocurrencies, the engine that drives the tech forward. And again, I know you want to skip right to the investing and you want to go right to the point where you can dig in with some money and try and make some more. But just trust me when I say, we are trying to teach you enough to keep you unemotional and intelligent in the marketplace. So go to the next video, ask the questions you have about this video, and just learn something before you go risking yourself.